Welcome to Jack D. Hughes Memorial Park and the Lenoir Legends versus the Pineville Porcupines. Here's the first pitch, as that's down in for a strike. As that one's a swing and a miss for strike number two. So 0-2 count here for Alec. As that one's chopped foul into the Legends dugout. As that one's hit the third. Hey, Gray Mitchell will throw it to Ethan McLean, but the runner beats it out. Yeah. Now batting number 18, Mason Chapman. So Alec Marvin beat out the throw, so he is on first, and now we see number 18, Mason Chapman. As that's hit up to center. Be caught by the second baseman for out number one. Now batting number 8, Jacob Dilly. So one out, runner on first. We now see number 8, Jacob Dilly, step up to the plate. As that one's thrown back to first. As that's going to be hit to short, thrown to second, and that will get away. So runners now on first and second. Now batting number 17, Silas Eisenhower. So now we see number 17, Silas Eisenhower, with Legend runners on first and second. As that check swing is down for strike number one. As that one's going to be chopped to first, and Ethan McLean will step on the bag for out number 2 here. So that was hit on the line foul before it was chopped to Ethan McLean. So runners will go back to first and second there. As that one's high inside for ball number 1. So Silas looking at a 1-2 count here. As that's a swing to miss, record out number 2 here. Now batting number 2, Boone Herman. So with 2 outs, runners on first and second for the Lenoir Legends, we see number 2, Boone Herman, step up to the plate. So sunny day here in Pineville, North Carolina, as earlier we had a little chance of rain, but as of now, we play on here in Pineville. As here's the pitch to Boone, as that's down for strike number 1. As that's ball number 1 to even up the count 1-1. Pitcher on the mound for the Porcupines, Spencer Cipro. As that one is fouled off. So as Boone steps back into the box here, he's looking at a 1-2 count with 2 outs. And that one's going to be outside to make it a 2-2 count. As that one's fouled off. So Boone trying to stay alive in the count here. As that one is also fouled off over the Lenoir Legends dugout. And that one's also fouled off over the Legends dugout. So Boone Herman keeping this count alive as we still see a 2-2 count. And Spencer trying to get out of this jam to keep it a goose egg score, as that one is a swing and a miss for strike number 3, out number 3. So we will see the Porcupines come up to the plate for the first time. See you then. So welcome back to the broadcast as we see number 1, A.J. Anderson, step up to the plate. As that one's down for strike number 1. As that one's hit left center. And it'll be caught for out number 1. Now batting number 10, Derek Fay. So now we see number 10, Derek Fay, step up to the plate. With one out, no one on, here's the pitch. And that's in for strike number 1. As that one's in for strike number 2 to make it an 0-2 count to Derek. As that's hit past the first baseman, and that will be a base hit for Derek Fay. So he's on first with one out. So now we see number 13, Cam Murray, with runner on first as that one's fouled off, making it 0-1 count. As that one is fouled off behind us. So Cam's looking at an 0-2 count here. As that one's outside to now make it a 1-2 count. As that one's quickly thrown over to first. But Derek Fay gets back to the bag safely. So Cam Murray playing the DH tonight for the Porcupines as he's looking at a 1-2 count. And that will even up the count 2-2 now, as that one's a little outside. As that's chopped down the third baseline foul. As that one's going to be a little high to now make it a full count to Cam here. With one out, one on. And runner's going to go as that's hit hard to short and thrown back to first for out number 2. So now we see Ethan McLean, number 31, step up to the plate with runner in scoring position on second. As that's down for strike number 1. So 0-1 count right now. Here's the pitch. Yeah, as that one's inside, even up the count 1-1. As that one's hit hard to right. And we'll get down for a base hit. As Ethan goes to second, runner will score in for the Porcupines. As that's Derek Fay coming in at home. So now it's a 1-0 game, Porcupines. So the Porcupines take an early 1-0 lead over the Legends as number 21 Jackson Hughes steps up to the plate with Ethan McLean on second. As that one's down for strike number 1. As that one's down for strike number 2. So 0-2 count to Jackson as he steps back up to the plate with 2 outs. Ethan McLean on second. As that one's a little high to make it a 1-2 count. As that one's hit to short and thrown to first for out number 3 here. So after the first, Pineville Porcupines take an early 1-0 lead over the Lenoir Legends. We'll see you in the top of the second. There to Alec Marvin. As that one's hit to short, but will be caught by A.J. Anderson. So as we head to the bottom of the second inning, the Pineville Porcupines 1, Lenoir Legends 0. So we see Jacob Ham, number 14 here, as he fouls off the first one to make it an 0-1 count. As that one's high and inside to even up the count 1-1. As that one's outside to make it a 2-1 count to Jacob. As that one is high and inside to now make it a 3-1 count. Here to Jacob Ham. As Porcupines struck early to have a 1-0 lead. As that one's a swing and a miss to make it a full count now. As that one's a swing and a miss for out number 1. Now batting number 35, Calder Garris. So now we see number 35, Calder Garris, step up to the plate with 1 out, no one on. That's fouled off into the Legends dugout. As that one is fouled off to make it an 0-2 count. As that one scrapes Calder. So put a runner on first. Now batting number 20, Gray Mitchell. So with runner on first after Calder Garris got hit, we see number 20, Gray Mitchell. As Gray gets hit, so back-to-back Porcupines get hit. Put them on first and second. So after back-to-back batters got hit to load them up on first and second, we now see Nate Firstman, number 25. As that's down for strike number 1. As that one's high to even up the count 1-1. As Gray Mitchell showing pretty good leadoff there at first for the Porcupines. As that pitch is a little high and outside to make it a 2-1 count to Nate. 1 out, runners on first and second here in the bottom of the second inning. As that one's high to make it a 3-1 count. As that one's a swing and a miss. So that now makes it a full count now to Nate Firstman. As that's called ball to load him up. So with bases loaded, 1 out here, we see number 1, the new guy to the roster, A.J. Anderson. As that's hit hard into left, but will be caught And runner on third, Calder Garris, will come in to score. So after that sacrifice fly to score in another run for the Porcupines, we see number 10, Derek Fay, step up to the plate with runners on first and second now. As that one is outside to make it a 1-0 count. So the Porcupines have a 2-0 lead over the Lenoir Legends here in the bottom of the second. As Gray Mitchell gets back to second there. The pitcher thought about throwing it to second. So 1-0 count. As that's fouled off into the netting. So Gray Mitchell showing pretty good leadoff there at second. So 1-1 count here to Derek Fay. As that one's hit into right, so another base hit here for the Porcupines. And runners coming in, coming home. And Gray Mitchell comes in to score, so 3-0 lead now, Porcupines. So 2 outs here. Runners on first and second for the Porcupines. We now see number 13, Cam Murray. So Gray Mitchell coming in to score now makes it a 3-0 lead, Porcupines. As that one's a swing and a miss. Strike number 1. As that one's hit to short and will be misbobbled. So that will score in another run for the Pineville Porcupines. So Porcupines 4, Legends 0. So with Porcupine runners on the corners first and third, we see number 31, Ethan McLean, step up to the plate with 2 outs here. As that one's down for strike number 1. So Porcupine struck here early, so they have a 4-0 lead over the Lenoir Legends right now, here in the bottom of the second inning. As that one's a swing and a miss, so 0-2 count to Ethan. As that one's hit hard to right. And that'll be caught at the warning track for out number 3 here. So Pineville Porcupines 4, Lenoir Legends 0 as we head to the top of the third. We'll see you then. So welcome back to the broadcast in the top of the third inning as the Porcupines have a 4-0 lead over the Legends. We see number 18, Mason Chapman, step up to the plate for the Legends as that one's fouled off. So 0-1 count. So Mason steps back up to the plate as that one is high to even up the count 1-1. That one's low and inside, so 2-1 count. As that one is fouled off. So 2-2 count. Now to Mason Chapman. As that is hit to right and will be caught for out number 1.
Now batting number 8, Jacob Dilly.
So now we see number 8, Jacob Dilly, with 1 out, no one on. As that one's down for strike number 1. As that one's a little low to even up the count 1-1. So Porcupines struck early here as they have a 4-0 lead in the top of the third over the Legends as that one's fouled off into the netting. So Jacob Dilly now staring down a 1-2 count. As that one's hit to A.J. Anderson and will be thrown as runner looked to go to second. And he'll get back there safely.
Now batting number 17, Silas Eisenhower.
So after that blooper by Jackson Hughes, we now see number 14, Jacob Ham, step up to the plate as he takes a 1-0 count. So 2-0 count. Now to Jacob Ham. As that's quickly thrown back to first as Jackson Hughes will take second. So 2-0 count. Jacob will, as that's down for strike number 1. As that one is low and outside to now make it a 3-1 count to Jacob Ham. Runner on second in scoring position As Porcupines hoping to extend this lead here in the bottom of the third inning. As that's going to be a walk. So we will now see number 35, Calder Garris, step up to the plate after this meeting on the mound for the Lenoir Legends with no outs here. And we have runners on first and second. As that meeting on the mound ends, and we shall resume play here. As Calder Garris, number 35 for the Porcupines, steps up to the plate here. Runners on first and second, no outs in the bottom of the third. As that one is popped up and will be caught by the catcher for out number 1.
Now batting number 20, Gray Mitchell.
So now we see number 20, Gray Mitchell, step up to the bag. Runners on first and second still. As that's down for strike number 1. As that one's going to be down for strike number 2. So Gray now looking at an 0-2 count. As that's hit up the middle. And that will be mishandled. So that's a base hit. And Porcupine runner coming in to score. As one runner will score. So now we see number 25, Nate Firstman, step up to the plate with runner on first, 2 outs. As that one's down into the dirt, runner will not advance. So Porcupines still hitting in some runs here as they have a 5-0 lead over the Lenoir Legends. As that one's going to be popped up shallow. And will be caught for the third out. So Porcupines 5, Lenoir Legends 0. We'll see you in the top of the 4th inning. So welcome back to the broadcast. We see music. As that one's hit to second, thrown to first for out number 1. So with 1 out, we now see Garrett Hamby, number 16. As that one's high to make it a 2-0 count to Garrett Hamby. So 3-0 count now. And he lets that one go for ball number 4.
Now batting number 22, Justin Skews.
So with 1 runner on first, we now see number 22, Justin Skews, step up to the plate. As that one is chopped down third base line, but foul. So 0-1 count to Justin. As that's down for strike number 2. As that one's down into the dirt. It would be strike number 3.
Now batting number 26, CJ Rice.
So now we see number 26, CJ Rice, step up to the plate with runner on first and 2 outs. As that's hit to center and will drop for a base hit.
Now batting number 10, Alec Marvin.
So now we see number 10, Alec Marvin. As that one's hit fouled as it rolls down the first base line. So 0-1 count. As that is going to be hit to short. And called safe there at second to load up the bases for the Legends. So with 2 outs, bases are loaded for the Lenoir Legends, and we see number 18, Mason Chapman, step up to the plate. As that's a swing and a miss for strike number 1. as that one's down into the dirt. But luckily that didn't get past Calder. That might have scored in the third baseman. The runner at third over there for the Lenoir Legends. So we keep the Legends scoreless here as the Porcupines have a 5-0 lead. As Mason steps back up to the plate. Bases loaded, 2 out, looking at a 1-1 count. As that almost hits him, but goes past for runner to score. So runners will go to second and third. As Mason's looking at a 2-1 count. As that one's high and inside to make it a 3-1 count. As that one's also high and inside for ball number 4.
Now batting number 8, Jacob Dilly.
So now we see a meeting on the mound here for the Pineville Porcupines, as the Lenoir Legends have bases loaded and 2 outs here. So if you're just joining the broadcast, the Pineville Porcupines have a 5-1 lead over the Lenoir Legends. As that meeting on the mound will end and we shall resume play here shortly. So Jacob Dilly steps back into the box with bases loaded. And that one's down for strike number 1. As that one's low and into the dirt to even up the count, 1-1. As that one's going to be fouled off behind us. So Jacob's now looking at a 1-2 count. As Porcupines hoping to get out of this jam here just to keep it a 5-1 game. As that is a swing and a miss for strike number 3, out number 3 here. So as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning, Pineville Porcupines 5, Lenoir Legends 1. So welcome back to Jack D. Hughes Memorial Park as we see number 1, A.J. Anderson, step up to the plate. As that's down for strike number 1. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning, Pineville Porcupines 5, Lenoir Legends 1. So 1 count, here's the pitch. As that one's down into the dirt to even up the count 1-1. As that's in for strike number 2. So 1-2 count. And that's outside to even up the count again, 2-2. And that's outside to make it a full count here to A.J. Anderson. As that's going to be fouled off behind him. So 3-2 count. Here's the pitch. As that is going to be chopped foul down the third base line. And here's the pitch. As that's going to be a swing and a miss for out number 1 here. So with 1 out, no one on, we now see number 10, Derek Fay, step up to the plate. That's going to be a swing and a miss for strike number 1. As that's going to be popped up shallow. And that will be out number 2. So with 2 outs, no one on, we see number 13, the designated hitter, Cam Murray. As that one's low for a 1-0 count here. As that one's down for a strike to even up the count 1-1. So as the sun finally set here in Pineville, North Carolina, still no rain here as we've reached 8:12 Eastern Time. As that one is a little high to make it a 2-1 count to Cam. As that one is low to make it a 3-1 count to Cam. So a little humid here, 79 degrees, but other than that, pretty good baseball weather here in Pineville. As that one's going to be fouled off. So full count to Cam. As that one's going to be popped up into right center. And that will drop for a base hit. So after Cam Murray hit that blooper into right center to put him on first, we now see number 31, the first baseman, Ethan McLean. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. As that one's outside for ball number 1. As that's thrown back to first, but Cam Murray will get back there safely. So Ethan McLean still looking at a 1-0 count. As that one is just barely outside to make it a 2-0 count. As that's going to be a swing and a miss for the first strike. So now Ethan is now staring down a 2-1 count. 2 outs, runner on first here in the bottom of the 4th. As that one just missed the corner. So 3-1 count. And that one's going to be hit to left. And will be caught for out number 3 here. So after 4 innings, as we head to the top of the 5th, Pineville Porcupines 5, Lenoir Legends 1. We'll see you in the 5th. So welcome back to Jack D. Hughes Memorial Park as we see number 17, Silas Eisenhower, step up to the plate for the Legends. here in the top of the fifth. First pitch is high and outside to make it a 1-0 count to Silas. So if you're just joining the broadcast, Pineville Porcupines have a 5-1 lead over the Legends, as that one's hit to center and will be caught for out number one here.
Now batting number 2, Boone Herman.
So with one out, now we see number 2, Boone Herman. As that one's down for strike number 1. As that one's going to be hit to shallow center and will drop in for a base hit for Boone Herman. So with runner on first, we now see number 15, Amaret Brown, step up to the plate. And one out here. As that first pitch is into the dirt, so Boone Herman will take second. So Amaret Brown steps back up to the plate, looking at a 1-0 count. And that one is down for a strike to even up the count, 1-1. As that one hits the corner for strike number 2. So Amaret's now staring down a 1-2 count. As that one's high and outside to even up the count, 2-2. Runner on second for the Legends. As Amaret calls time there. And now he steps back into the box. As that was hit foul before it went into fair play. So Amaret's still looking at a 2-2 count. As that's a swing and a miss for out number 2. So now we see number 16, Garrett Hamby, step up to the plate. Runner in scoring position on second. As that one's inside. So 1-0 count here to Garrett. As that one's hit to right, but will be caught for out number 3 here. So as we head into the bottom of the 5th inning, Pineville Porcupines 5, Lenoir Legends 1. We'll see you then. So, welcome back to the bottom of the fifth inning here at Jack D. Hughes Memorial Park. We see number 21, Jackson Hughes, step up to the plate with a Porcupines lead 5-1 over the Legends. As that's in for strike number one. As that one's in for strike number two. So Jackson now staring down an 0-2 count. As that one's a little low to make it a 1-2 count. As that is hit hard to left. And that is going to be at the warning track for out number one.
Now batting number 14, Jacob Ham.
So with one out, no one on, we now see number 14, Jacob Ham, step up to the plate. As that's going to be a swing and a miss for strike one. As that one's inside to even up the count, 1-1 to Jacob. As that's a swing and a miss for a 1-2 count. And that will be out number two.
Now batting number 35, Connor Garris.
So with two outs, no one on, we see Calder Garris, number 35. As that is going to be popped up, skied high to third base, shallow. And that will be caught for the third out. So as we head to the top of the sixth inning, Pineville Porcupines still have the lead 5-1 over the Lenoir Legends. We'll see you in the top of the sixth. Welcome back to the broadcast as we see a substitution, number 9, Henry Stewart for the Lenoir Legends. Here in the top of the 6th inning, Pineville Porcupines 5-1. As that's down in for strike number 1. And that's going to be inside to even up the count 1-1. As that's down for strike number 2. As that's a little low to even up the count again, 2-2. And that's going to be a swing and a miss to record out number 1 here.
What is this, 25? 26. Yeah, 26. Now batting number 26, CJ Rice.
So now we see number 26, CJ Rice. As that one's low to make it a 1-0 count. As that one's low and into the dirt to now make it a 2-0 count to CJ Rice. With 1 out, no one on here. And here's the pitch. As that's down for strike number 1. As that's going to be hit to left. And they said he dropped it out there, so we'll put a guy on first for the Legends.
Now batting number 10, Alec Marvin.
So now we see the top of the lineup, number 10, Alec Marvin, with runner on first and 1 out here. As that's going to be low to make it a early 1-0 count. So if you're just joining the broadcast, the Pineville Porcupines have a 5-1 lead over the Lenoir Legends. Here in the top of the 6th, as that one's thrown to Ethan McLean at first, but the runner will get back there safely. So Alec Marvin will step back to the plate with a 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a swing and a miss to even up the count 1-1. As that's going to be a swing and a miss for strike number 2. Now Alec is looking at a 1-2 count. As that's quickly thrown to first, but the runner will get back there safely. As that is a swing and a miss for strike number 3, out number 2.
Now batting number 18, Mason Chapman.
So 2 outs, runner on first. We see Mason Chapman, number 18. Here's the pitch to Mason. as that's down for strike number 1. As that one's hit to left, but that will be foul. So 0-2 count here to Mason Chapman with 2 outs, runner on first. As the ump calls time there. And Mason Chapman steps back into the box, looking at an 0-2 count. As that one's going to be low to make it a 1-2 count. As that one's going to be hit to center and will drop in for a base hit. As the runner will advance to third, so Legends have runners on the corners now.
Now batting number 8, Jacob Dilly.
So number 8, Jacob Dilly, comes up to the plate with 2 outs and runners on the corners for the Legends. As that's going to be strike number 1. As that one's down for strike number 2. So Jacob now eyeing an 0-2 count. 2 outs, runners on the corners. As that one is low. So 1-2 count. Porcupines hoping to get out of this jam here with 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning. As that one's low. Evens up the count 2-2. As that one's going to be hitting right for a base hit, and that will score in a run for the Legends to now make it a 5-2 game.
Now batting number 17, Silas Eisenhower.
So now we see Silas Eisenhower, number 17, step up to the plate here for the Legends with runners on first and second. As that one's going to be outside. So Calder Garris wants to talk things over with Garrett Dunn on the mound. As that quick meeting on the mound ends, and we shall resume play here. As Silas steps back up to the plate with a 1-0 count. As that one's outside. So 2-0 count. As check swing went around for strike number 1. So 2-1 count now to Silas. Two one count as Silas steps back up to the plate. As that one's going to be fouled off. And evens up the count 2-2. As that one's also going to be fouled off on top of the Pineville Porcupines dugout. So Silas trying to stay alive in a 2-2 count. As that's a swing and a miss for strike number 3, out number 3 here, as Pineville Porcupines still have a 5-2 lead over the Lenoir Legends. So welcome back to Jack D. Hughes Memorial Park as we see number 20, Gray Mitchell, step up to the plate for the Porcupines here in the bottom of the 6th inning. As that one's high to make it an early 1-0 count. As Pineville Porcupines still have a 5-2 lead over the Lenoir Legends. Here's the second pitch. And that one's also high. So Gray now staring down a 2-0 count. So 2-1 count now. Here's the pitch as that one's fouled off. So 2-2 count now to Gray Mitchell. as Gray steps off for a quick second. And now he's back into the box looking at a 2-2 count, as that one's also fouled off over the Legends dugout, as Gray staying alive in this count as he keeps it 2-2. And that's going to hit Gray. So that will put Porcupine on first.
Now batting number 3, Declan O'Hara.
So now we see a substitution for the Porcupines. We see number 3, Declan O'Hara, with no outs, runner on first for the Porcupines. As Declan shows bunt. And it's thrown past the first baseman as runners will advance. And Gray Mitchell comes in to score another run for the Pineville Porcupines here. So A.J. Anderson, number 1, steps up to the plate here, as that one's high to make it an early 1-0 count. Porcupines scored in a run there, so now they advance the lead 6-2 over the Legends, as Declan O'Hara's on third. And that's going to be high to make it a 2-0 count to A.J. As that's going to be hit hard to center, but will be caught for out number 1. And they're sending Declan O'Hara, as he will score.
Now batting number 10, Derek Bay.
So now we see number 10, Derek Fay, step up to the plate with a 7-2 lead for the Porcupines, as that one's in for strike number 1. As that's going to be a swing and a miss for strike number 2. As that's going to be fouled off behind us. As that's going to be a swing and a miss to record the second out here.
Now batting number 13, Cam Murray.
So with 2 outs, no one on, we now see number 13, Cam Murray, step up to the plate, as he fouls off the first one to make it an 0-1 count. As that's going to be popped up to right and misjudged, as that drops in for a base hit. Stand-up double for Cam Murray. So now we see Ethan McClain, number 31, step up to the plate with Cam Murray on second after that hit into right. As that one's high. 1-0 count to Ethan. As that one's going to be high to make it a 2-0 count now to Ethan. As that's going to be fouled off. So Ethan McClain's now staring down a 2-1 count, 2 outs, runner in scoring position for the Porcupines. As that one's going to be inside to him. Three-one count now. As that's inside for ball number 4. So now we see Jackson Hugas, number 21, with Porcupine runners on first and second. 2 outs here. As that one's high and outside. So 1-0 count to Jackson. As that one's going to be popped up. As that is caught by the center fielder for out number 3 here. So as we head to the 7th inning, Porcupine 7, Lenoir Legends 2. We'll see you then. Welcome back to the broadcast as we see number 2, Boone Herman, step up to the plate for the Legends. As the Porcupines still have the lead 7-2 over the Legends. As we've reached the top of the 7th inning. As that's going to be a swing and a miss for strike number 1. As that is a swing and a miss, but fouled off to even up the count 1-1. He actually didn't get a piece of the ball, so it's an 0-2 count.
Now batting number 15, Amrit Brown.
So now we see Amrit Brown, number 15, come up to the plate with 1 out. As that's going to be fouled off into the netting. So 0-1 count. As big lightning strike there. And the ump's going to call it for a possible delay as there was a big lightning strike there.
Storm's coming in and we recommend